Hey, what's going on, guys? So when I was down in Arlington, Texas for the NARBC, Earl Jones throws this huge reptile party the Friday before the expo, and man, it is an awesome reptile party. Earl works with red-eye crocodile skinks, rattlesnakes, and some of the most amazing ball pythons you guys have ever seen. So I bet you're asking, if this is a huge reptile party down in Texas, what am I doing this intro here in my herp room in Minnesota? It's because I forgot to film this intro down in Texas. I'm Dāv Kaufman, and these are my reptile adventures.
At Zilla, we are dedicated to the innovation of caging, lighting, and equipment solutions that provide proper husbandry for your pet's long and happy life. To see our entire catalog, visit zillarules.com.
All right, Earl, so over here, we're gonna start with your red-eyed crocodile skinks, which are the coolest lizards and the most underrated lizards, I think, being kept right now. So these cages are designed with red-eyed crocodile skinks in mind, aren't they?
Well, so here's the deal. So these cages, typically you're looking at about $800 to $900 for a setup. And so we wanted to try to minimize the cost of these animals, and we had these cages built. And we're now going to do something different. But these cages work really, really well, but we're now going to colonize them. Instead of having them in pairs, we're going to colonize them just like they would be in the wild and give them more of a natural environment.
And by colonize,
we're going to put 3 males and 3 females in each cage, but they're going to be huge cages just like they'd have in the wild.
Sure.
They're going to have huge swimming holes. It's going to be filtered water just like the streams they would get in New Guinea. They're too incredible of an animal not to have it in a natural environment. And
I agree with that.
we get babies constantly with these. Every 6 weeks we're having an egg hatch.
All right, so just to show you guys, look at this. There's an egg and there's a baby right here.
And there's 2 babies in here somewhere, and then this is mama. But these they're incredible animals. They're very underrated. A lot of people that try to keep these, they end up unfortunately killing them.
Right.
Because of the fact that they don't understand they have to have super high humidity. You know, they have to have the proper environment. And so many people try to keep them dry, or they give them the humidity and then put heat to them. They like it around 70 to 72 degrees.
Right.
You know, the hottest they get is about 74 in the daytime. And anything over that, you're starting to cook them because there's so much humidity in here. So they are a little bit harder to keep, but man, when you get all the plant life in here and they think they're hiding, they're just incredible animals to have.
These are incredible. So a lot of people have just looked at that egg and thought, one egg. These guys have one uterus.
Every 6 weeks.
So they lay one egg at a time.
But we get one egg every 6 weeks, and every 8 weeks that egg hatches. So you're constantly getting babies. What's really cool about the red eyes is they're kind of like birds in a sense. So when they hatch, they can't eat on their own. They don't understand how to eat. So the moms will chew up the food, spit it in the baby's mouth, and then at about 5 to 6 weeks old, it kicks it out of the nest and says, "You're on your own."
That's right.
And so this one here is actually about 2 weeks old. It just hatched. And then the other one that's in here is about 6 weeks old. He's about twice the size. And most people don't realize this. The red eyes, they don't get the red eyes until they hit maturity.
Right.
Their heads are usually brown until they hit maturity. And you can't sex them until they hit maturity. And the cool thing is, it's their feet. The males have little pads on their feet. They kind of look like warts. And then the females won't. So they're really, really cool.
These are really cool. So now you are basically constructing these enclosures with the red eyes in mind.
Yes. So with the fact that these are like $800 to $900 to set one up, these we can set up for about $300. Right? And these are going to hold very, very good humidity. We have pumps in them. We can turn the pumps on and give them more moisture when we need it. They all have the humid hides. Here's one sitting in here. So the biggest thing is, with all of our animals, we want to give them the best environment we possibly can. And cost is always a factor.
Sure.
And so we were trying to do something to minimize the cost for the average person. Now we're going to take it to the next extreme, and we're going to try to replicate their natural environment.
All right, we're going over here, and we are going to check out some rattlesnakes. Oh man, there's a lot.
Guys, I need to get in here.
Not just rattlesnakes,
What
Mary.
else is in there?
Go look.
What can I expect, tarantula lady?
How about some Gilas and beaded lizards?
Are there tarantulas in there?
There are none.
That's why you're standing out here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. All right, so I can already hear what's in this room. These are cool. So we just had a pretty lengthy phone conversation last week, a couple of days ago. You said that your goal was that you wanted to keep one of every species of rattlesnake. So how many species you got in here right now?
Well, they're all a lot of the same species, just different subspecies, actually. So right now we have probably about 18, 19 right now. We are breeding some of these. We've got the caramel albino prairie rattlesnakes. We have a male and female pair of them. This one actually was born in the house. I was asked to go pick up some rattlesnakes from an oil field well site, and we had one that was gravid. She looked kind of weird. I just threw her in a tub by herself, and the next morning I had 14 babies.
Dang.
So she was born here, and I mean she doesn't like anybody being here. When me and my wife walk in here, she never buzzes. But she's actually really gentle when you take her out. This is the tiger. That's one of the most beautiful rattlesnakes.
I love tigers.
They're people don't even realize they're pink.
Right.
When you take them out and really look at them, they're pink. And then look at the head. Rattlesnakes, everybody knows they got this big, broad head. The tiger has the smallest head of all the rattlesnakes in the world.
Right.
And he's also...
It makes them weird looking almost, doesn't it?
And he's also... It's questionable on the deadliest rattlesnake in the world. It's between him and the Mojave because they both have dual...
Right, they have
venom.
both the neuro and the hemotoxin.
So a bite from him is pretty bad.
These are just amazing.
When you get to actually feel these animals, on the scalation's so much different. You know, we don't freehand here. I don't promote freehandling whatsoever. But cleaning cages, we actually, we have to handle the animals at some point.
Sure.
And dude, it's awesome.
All right, who else is here? Look at this big, adorable lummox. Ton Jones, how are you?
Eating Reese's peanut butter cup.
I saw you put that in your mouth, and that's why I stuck the camera in your face.
That's how I know you care, brother.
I care. I really care. How you doing, Brad?
Doing pretty good.
It's been a while.
I've been keeping really busy.
Yeah. So you doing your gun thing?
A lot of guns, a lot of gun competitions, traveling more than usual, and keeping up with 2 kids, a 4 and a 2-year-old.
Gotcha. Now, are you hunting any auctions anymore?
I have a bad problem. I just bought 48 Mauser rifles from a gun auction.
Oh, jeez. Are you keeping reptiles anymore?
Earl has my reptiles.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to see those throughout the course of the evening.
I travel too much to be a responsible pet owner at this moment.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. As somebody who travels a lot and knows about that sort of thing, yeah. If I didn't have caretakers, there's no way I'd be able to do what I'm doing. Always a pleasure to see you, man.
Hey, pleasure, brother.
We will, we're going to go fishing one of these days.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's happening.
New channel. Let's go fishing. And look at this. Ryan McVeigh is over here
He's everywhere.
from VivTech.
Coming down.
How you doing?
But amazing.
Yeah.
Good people, good company, good time.
Yeah.
Right into it.
Good.
That's what the hobby's about.
I love it. I love these
This is
parties.
what it should be
I
about.
mean,
Hanging
you get to hang out with all these people. You get to see some cool herps.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome. How's VivTech doing?
VivTech is doing amazing, and I want to thank everybody who has been a supporter of VivTech. It's been incredible. And
Love it.
I'm excited.
It's a great company.
There's some cool stuff coming.
Yeah. All right, so we're leaving the party once again and coming back here with some Gilas. Oh, look at that beauty.
Now, he's in shed, but
Even in shed, these guys are amazingly beautiful.
here, Dave, let's do something different. Let's let me hold the camera and you hold the lizard. How about that?
I will not argue with that. Look at this beautiful Gila monster. I just love these colors. And, you know, I remember, I'm going to go off on a little tangent here, but I remember when the St. Louis Cardinals moved to Arizona. And I was so upset that they missed this golden opportunity to rename that football team the Gila Monsters. But they kept the Cardinals. And I always thought, if I ever win the lottery, I'm buying the Arizona Cardinals and I'm changing the name to the Arizona Gila Monsters. Comment below and let me know if I should start like a GoFundMe or something to buy the Arizona Cardinals just to change the name to the Arizona Gila Monsters. Comment below and Let me know if I should start that. And these guys are venomous, as we know, but these guys don't have fangs in the front of their jaws like rattlesnakes do. They have grooved teeth in the back of their jaw, and what these guys have to do to envenomate you is they have to grab you and kind of bulldog you or pit bull you they just have to hang on tight in order for them to deliver that venom into you. If you get bit by one of these, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are instantly envenomated. They really have to hang on and pump that venom through those rear fangs. But man, what a beautiful, beautiful lizard. All right, well, thank you for this. I'll let you know how he's doing. All right, so Gavin from Balls to You is here. You know, you just flew in.
Oh yeah.
So it's like 4 in the morning to you. You're probably suffering
Yeah.
from some serious jet lag.
Oh yeah, definitely. 19 hours trip round
19
trip.
hours trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Come here to be with you, Dave, to be with Earl, to be with everyone, representing for the UK.
That's right. That little island you live on is pretty far away.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for the UK. Be here with the Americans. Let's go.
Oh my God, look at this. All right, I'm going in. Come on. Come on, porcupine. All right, so what is the story with the porcupine?
So I have been playing with porcupines for years. He'll bite you. Be careful. Yeah, I've been playing with porcupines for years, and I've always wanted one. And so back in October, I decided to buy one. And he was 3 weeks old when I bought him, so he is a baby still.
Now, what is that sound we hear? He's vibrating his quills.
It's kind of like a rattlesnake. That's kind of like a reminder that you know he can get you, and he just lets you know to stay away from him.
Right.
But it's really cool. So they have 4 quills that are actually round, not pointed, and they just rattle back and forth against each other.
I gotcha.
It's a lot like the buttons on a rattlesnake.
That is amazing. Hey, Brooke, look at all those quills. You ever wonder how little porcupines are made?
You just plant one of the quills. Is that why all these are over here to grow more porcupines?
That is amazing.
Yeah, so when I bought him, that was one of my questions is
Yeah.
how do porcupines mate? So I actually looked it up, and it's very
Did it say
interesting.
very carefully? Oh,
They
well, you're
will
gonna
let you
show me your butt? All right, fine.
They will let you touch them, but it's on their terms.
Right, right.
Where the Americans, you can just reach down and pick them up and play with them.
Well, look at this. I mean, this porcupine loves Brooke.
I know.
We gonna be friends.
Wow, that is cool. And then, did I see a Cotamundi over there?
Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Cotamundi. His name is Roscoe. This is Turbo.
Turbo.
This is Turbo.
All right. Hi, Turbo. Can you come and say hi without, like, stabbing me in the wrist?
Honda Dave for some reason.
No. Dude.
Dye your
Look,
hair purple.
we kind of got the same hair, buddy. I mean, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Hi, buddy. Hey, quit biting and quit stabbing me. All right, you said you had a Cotamundi? What do you got?
Roscoe, Cotamundi. What's that?
Here, let me touch it. Maybe give a
Let me
kiss.
sniff it real quick. Come
He
on.
wants to give the camera a kiss.
That is... these are one of my favorite mammals, not the Cotamundi.
Oh, yeah, not me.
Yeah.
Not the girl.
Man, these are
Roscoe's
awesome.
about 5 years old. Roscoe came from a private zoo, and he had bit a little girl. He was about 4 weeks old, so I had to finish bottle feeding him, and I raised him basically from a baby. Unfortunately, most people don't realize this, but in the zoos, if an animal bites somebody, they have to either put them down or put them to
As we
another
just
zoo.
saw in Naples, yep.
So I would just happen to be there the day it happened, and I brought him home, and he's been just an awesome
These
go
are
animal.
so...
Oh, there's
Listen to that.
there it
He
is.
knows Daddy's here.
Oh.
Well, buddy, I know. I know.
Oh my God, that is the cutest
I
dang thing.
know. I know.
He's like, hold me.
Okay.
Daddy's. Daddy's. Oh, no.
Sydney, are you in love there?
Oh, yeah, he's my best friend. I love my Roscoes. Yes, he's my Roscoes.
All right, so over here we've got more snakes.
So this is the actual snake room. We have ball pythons and one berm in here.
All right. Whoa, ho, ho. Now this is a snake room.
This side of the room, we just finished this recently. This is all the hatchling side of the room. This is all our females on this side. And then we have our males back here in the back. And then, of course, these are the hatchlings. This is one of my favorite ones we did this year that we produced. This thing is just amazing.
Whoa.
So this is a banana mahogany clown, and I can just hardly wait to get this into yellow belly and inchy. And
Absolutely. Look what mahogany does, man. It really brings out those oranges.
yes.
Wow.
And so like most mahogany clowns, you're going to end up with like a golden colored head. So this is a mahogany yellow belly clown, and look what the banana did.
Look at that.
It's just an incredible animal. So this is some of the LSR fire stuff. This is a LSR Firefly spot nose.
Whoa. That thing
And-
glows in the dark.
Oh, it's incredible.
All right, so tell me about the LSR fire.
So the LSR fire was found in 2009. It came over in a bag of balls from Africa. It was an import. In all honesty, we thought it was a vanilla, and I had talked to several people, and I'm gonna pull out another one here.
Yep.
While we're talking, I had talked to several people, and they all said it looked like a vanilla, so we marked it as a vanilla. And in the very first year, I actually bred it to a fire to make vanilla cream. So this is a LSR Firefly spot nose pinstripe.
Wow.
And it made real fine lines on it. I just cleaned it up. But if you look at it, it looks a lot like Desert Ghost.
Sure does.
And so we're working this as a Desert Ghost in a codom form.
So just to clarify, Firefly is a fire pastel.
Yes. So this is a fire pastel pinstripe spot nose.
Wow.
Now I'm going to show you one of the original LSR fires, what they look like.
Yeah.
And they're incredible. So this is an LSR fire, and you can see the arrowhead on the head. Every one of these has an arrowhead, and that's a dead giveaway. It doesn't matter what you put in it, you're going to see that arrowhead on the heads. When this first came over, like I said, we thought it was vanilla. I put it to a normal, a pastel, and a fire. The normals hit, we got a bunch of vanillas. When the pastel hit, I started making phone calls because the pastel vanilla didn't look right to me, but you know, I was new. You know, we'd only been doing this about 5 years at that point. Then I hit the fire, and it was a solid white snake. And so I knew we had fires. So we actually did it again the following year, made super fires, and then we renamed it to the LSR fire. Just to show how bright these really are, we're going to take an LSR Firefly, and we're going to put it in with a pastel Desert Ghost, so you can kind of see.
Now that kind of looks, if I didn't know what that was, I would think Desert Ghost in there.
Now this, unfortunately, this got a little bit of stuck shed on it. But here is a pastel Desert Ghost. And look at the similarities.
I would, if you didn't just say all that, I would think that those were the same snakes.
It's amazing how close they really are. Now the last animal we're going to show, it's a pastel OD yellow belly sugar. But look at this amazing animal. So seeing what this did, all the white lightning bolts down the side, and we've decided that we're going to make this in clown. So we're actually breeding for this year in clown. We're hoping it doesn't ruin it, but with this color, I don't see how it could.
There's one way to find out.
But this was probably my favorite one I produced last year.
That is insane.
And it's not even a high-end animal. It's just the colors. And guys, this is what we're talking about when, you know, I know everybody wants to follow certain people. We're not going to mention names. Guys, go in your own direction, and there's stuff out there that's never been touched. This is an animal that's just incredible, and it's a simple combo. You know, it's a 4-gene combo. You can afford to do this. Probably what, $300 or $400 worth of snakes made this. So, you know, this was a byproduct of what we were after, and what an amazing animal. For all the new people just getting into it, don't worry about going after the big stuff right away. Work smaller stuff, make some cool combos, and as you go, you're building your collection. And stuff like this is amazing to pull out and show people.
Well, it's amazing to see. That is some really good advice. You have some really amazing animals. Not just the ball pythons, the rattlesnakes, the Gilas, everything. Man, I could spend hours over here. As a matter of fact, you got a guest room?
Well, we appreciate having you, and you're welcome back anytime.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much. So guys, I'm going to put this camera away. I'm going to go back and join this party, but I want to thank Earl for having us over, for hosting this party, showing off his animals. Man, this place is really cool. And not just the herps, that porcupine was pretty cool too. So anyway guys, there is lots more reptile adventures coming up. So as always, thanks for watching. And until the next reptile adventure, love the planet, feed your reptile obsession, and rattle on.